Hey, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show. And thanks so much for all your support. I'm really glad that you're enjoying this. And if you are, just make sure that you hit subscribe and share as we're on our journey to 250,000 subscribers. All right, this is just insane. So stay with me on this one, my friends, because again, nobody knows this cast of clowns better than I. House Judiciary Chair Jim Bag Jordan subpoenaed a company that is connected to Judge Juan Merchan's daughter. This is absolutely insane. First and foremost, let me be clear. While Jim Bag Jordan did go to law school, Jim Bag Jordan never took the bar exam. He's actually not an admitted lawyer, yet he is the House Judiciary Chair. The man understands nothing about law. You know, going for 3 years of law school doesn't make you into, as they say in Yiddish, a Talmud Chacham. I mean, a genius amongst geniuses. He is not. He is definitively not. And so playing politics, they're now trying to figure something out in order to save their fearless Führer, Donald. And this has to do with the Manhattan District Attorney case. So let's take a look at the subpoena first. And I want to read something from it. This is right out of Jim Bag Jordan's letter to the company. As we made clear in our August 1st and August 16th letters, the committee is continuing to conduct oversight of politically motivated prosecutions by state and local officials. Popularly elected prosecutors, such as Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, have engaged in an unprecedented abuse of authority by prosecuting a former president of the United States and current nominee for that office. Of relevance to the committee's oversight is the impartiality of Judge Juan Merchan, the presiding trial judge, due to his refusal to recuse himself from the case in light of his apparent conflicts of interest and biases. One such conflict is Miss Merchan, is Mr. Merchan's daughter, is Miss Merchan's daughter of Judge Merchan and president of Authentic Campaigns, work on behalf of President Trump's political adversaries and the possible financial benefit that Ms. Merchan and Authentic Campaigns received from the prosecution and conviction of President Trump. There's so many issues in this one paragraph. First of all, it's poorly written, but there's so many issues here. First and foremost, Alvin Bragg is doing his job. Many people have been prosecuted based upon the 34 counts that Donald Trump was indicted upon. That's to start. Second of all, you don't get to do what's called judge shopping or forum shopping. You don't get to decide where you want a case to be heard as the defendant or the judge who has been assigned to this case. That's just not how the system works. It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for me. And it certainly shouldn't work for Donald Trump either. So what do? They're trying to find a hook. I mean, it's not like Judge Eileen Cannon is not conflicted. It's not that Judge Eileen Cannon, of course, that's the judge in the Mar-a-Lago documents case, hasn't shown her biases for the benefit of Donald Trump. No. For Jim Bag Jordan, the sycophant ass kisser that he is, that's acceptable. But they didn't like that Judge Juan Merchan was not going to put up with Donald Trump's bullshit. And so they're now going after Merchan's daughter and this company, claiming that they're making money off of the conviction of Donald Trump? How? It just doesn't make any sense. They don't put any specifics. In fact, every single one of the investigations that Jim Bag Jordan and other sycophantic chairs of various different committees have brought against Democrats, they have all failed. They have gone absolutely nowhere. Hello? What about, for example, Hunter Biden's laptop and the documents and the millions of documents and the incriminating evidence that was supposedly coming off of that computer? What's come off of it? A porn tape of Hunter Biden? Having sex with a prostitute? Doing drugs? Yay, yay. We're all so much better for that. We're all just so much better for it. What happened to all of the Burisma bullshit that they claim? It's such nonsense. You want to talk about political fuckery? That's what you have here. All right. Now, I also want to, for a quick second, I want to react to something that CNN wrote. It's an article outlining what happened. So it starts out. House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan, aka Jim Bag Jordan, subpoenaed a company connected to the daughter of New York State Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchan as Republicans continue to claim that her political work influenced how Merchan handled the hush money case against former President Donald Trump. Next, the subpoena obtained by CNN was sent to the CEO of Authentic Campaigns, Michael Nellis, and demanded all documents relating to the company's connections with the Biden-Harris campaign, any correspondence with Judge Merchan, and any document that refers to the indictment of Trump. In the subpoena, which came after requests to turn over the documents voluntarily, Jordan argued that Judge Merchan's impartiality over Trump's case was in question because of his daughter's work and claimed that the documents demanded in the subpoena would determine whether the prosecution of Trump was politically motivated. In May, a New York jury found Trump guilty of 34 charges of falsifying business records following a 7-week trial presided over by Judge Juan Merchan. Nellis called the subpoena, and these are his words, yet another abuse of power aimed at promoting a baseless right-wing conspiracy theory. All right. Once again, there's so much here to unpack. First and foremost, when you start an investigation, you're not supposed to start the investigation predicated on your gut feeling, on a belief. It's supposed to be predicated on some form of evidence. Is that evidence documentary, meaning something written? Is it based upon testimony, reliable testimony, verifiable testimony? We don't know. All we know is that sycophant Jim Bag Jordan decides that he needs to protect his Fuhrer, and he's going to do it any which way he can. You see, he wants something. He wants something out of this relationship. In fact, we haven't heard from Jim Bag in quite some time. You see, unlike the case where Jim Bag had turned a blind eye to sexual abuse when he was the assistant wrestling coach at Ohio State, that's not unverifiable. In fact, people have come forward and stated as such. Whatever happened to the investigation into that? Never happened. Never happened. But here, off of his gut, off of his interest in protecting Donald Trump, they now are going to put this company, this Michael Nellis, they're going to put Judge Merchan's daughter through hell. And I know what this is because I testified before 7 congressional committees. And I can tell you, Jim Bag was in some of them, and he's no genius. I assure you that. Ill-prepared for everything because they don't have evidence. This is a fishing expedition, and that's fine because I'm certain that there's nothing that's going to emanate from this subpoena where there's documentation or there's some communication between Judge Merchan's daughter and Judge Merchan, or Michael Nellis and Judge Merchan, or so that, hey, let's benefit from this by figuring out how we're going to be able to work for the Biden-Harris campaign. How does that have any effect upon 12 independent jurors who they were involved defending the Sloat attorney himself, Todd Blanche, the stupidest lawyer of all time? How did this act by Judge Merchan's daughter have any effect upon 12 independent jurors that they helped in terms of seating, because they had their preemptory challenges, they were involved in the whole process? How is it that they managed to get, after a short 9-hour deliberation off of a 7-week trial, unanimity in guilt by the 12 independent jurors? The answer is they couldn't have, of course. It's a rhetorical question. But that's not going to stop Jim Bagg. It's not going to stop the Republicans from trying to disparage Judge Merchan. They're trying to create some form of a paper trail so that after sentencing on September 18th, they can try to use that to expand upon their appeal, which guaranteed they're going to do, which once again is all part of the Donald Trump delay tactic. I don't think it's going to work. I truly don't. They can appeal. They can do whatever they want. I think Judge Merchan, despite what Jim Bagg Jordan said, that he showed impartiality. How about cite the impartiality that you want to claim that Merchan actually engaged in? It's not as if, like Judge Cannon, that they're coming up with rulings that aren't predicated in law. Everything he did was judicious. He acted professional. He acted impartial. And the fact that they could attack him on this is truly disgraceful. And it goes to show you the danger, the absolute danger that our country can and will face in the event that Donald Trump becomes president of the United States again. People like Jim Bagg Jordan will be given the highest positions in this country, and they will be running amok over the system of law, over our rule of law, like we have never seen in this country before. And it's why I will end this episode as I do each and every episode. It is imperative that you are registered to vote. Go to vote.org. Make sure you and everyone that you know are registered, and make sure that you get to the ballot, that you get to the voting booth, and that you vote Harris Walz 2024, because our democracy depends on it. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.